Well, kamikaze drones raining down and killing civilians in Ukraine's capital city, Kyiv, hundreds of miles behind the front lines. You hear the buzzing, you hear the explosions. They could be heard in the sky as the flying bombs swooped in. Ukrainian officials accusing Iran of supplying the drones to Russia. The strikes killing at least 4, including a pregnant woman, according to Kyiv's mayor. Dramatic video shows police officers in the streets trying desperately to shoot down the incoming drones. Frightening stuff. Military analysts say Russia's growing use of Iranian drones could be a sign that Putin's war machine is running low on missiles of its own. Now, this is a photo of one of the drones right before impact. The Washington Post reports Iran now planning to deliver missiles in addition to more drones to Moscow. Ukraine calling on its Western allies to punish Iran with sanctions for helping Russia. A senior Pentagon official tells NBC News that the U.S. is closely monitoring the flow of Iranian weapons and will take appropriate action as needed. Let's bring in retired Admiral James Stavridis, former NATO Supreme Allied Commander. Admiral, welcome. What does this all say about the state of the war that Russia is relying now on Iranian drones in some of these attacks?
Yeah, this is the right question to be asking, which is, Vladimir Putin, if your military is so powerful, if your ground forces are so incredible, why are you relying on assets being provided by yet another pariah nation, Iran, to attack at a distance? It's like a football team that can't make ground gains. Now they're desperately trying long-range passes. Look, this is not going to change the facts on the ground. It's a lot like World War II, where the Nazis used these buzz bombs, V2 bombs, to attack the civilians in London. It only enhanced the morale of the British. It'll enhance the morale of the Ukrainians. This is a sign of weakness on the part of Russia, not strength.
You wrote in a recent op-ed piece that the Russian aerial assault isn't going to change the facts on the ground, something you just said there, and it's going to deplete Russia's dwindling supply of artillery anyway. So what's their end game behind these strikes, apart from just terrorizing the population, which you say isn't going to happen anyway?
It is strictly a Hail Mary pass, thinking that they will frighten the Ukrainians, who will turn to their government, to President Zelensky, and say, oh, now we must sue for peace. Not going to happen. And by the way, over the last week, you've seen the United States, all of the NATO nations, other democracies step up and provide more advanced air defense systems to the Ukrainians. Serious consideration to providing the Ukrainians advanced fighter jets. We need to help the Ukrainians, as they put it, close the skies over Ukraine. If we do that, Putin starts to really run out of options.
Winter is approaching. Big factor will be the cold weather on this war, both on the battlefield and for the people who are trying to survive and stay warm this winter. How big a change does winter make in all this?
It's enormous. And for anybody who's been out in a cold, bitter winter day, and you go out for an hour or two, and then you come in and have your hot chocolate and warm up by the fireplace. Think about being out there 24/7, day after day, week after week, on both sides. These are going to be dug-in trench warfare. It's going to deplete morale on both sides. Here's the good news. Once that bitter winter passes, there's at least a possibility that both sides will want to end up in a negotiation. Where that goes, nobody knows. That's still months away. But at least in that sense, winter is on our side.
Admiral Stavridis, thank you very much for being with us tonight. We always appreciate your time.